Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, and we are getting closer and closer to Pesach. I lost my voice a little bit, so bear with me. So, I want to start talking about the Seder because the Passover Seder is, or I should say, the Passover Seders are arguably the two most important nights of the year. These are nights that are designated in the Jewish home and set aside to focus on transmission and giving over of the essence of what it means to be part of the Jewish people, our history, the Haggadah. Haggadah is related to the word in Hebrew, agade, which means to bind, to connect. It's the story. You know, we are an interesting people. We don't have a common language. We don't have a common land. We don't have a common culture, or at least for 2,000 years, we didn't, but we are still a nation. What bound us together as a nation? A common story. The story of the Haggadah. The story of how we were a people of slaves in Egypt and we became a great nation, and God singled us out and took us out and gave us a responsibility and a mission to fulfill and a purpose in this world. And that is what Passover is all about. It's about giving over that mission with clarity to whoever might be at my table. And if it's just me, then I have to give it over to myself. And if it's my family, then I have to give it over to them. But that's the mission, that's the purpose. So 2 nights set aside to fulfill this goal. You know, there's a custom, an ancient Jewish custom, that the leader of the Seder wears a kittel. What's a kittel? It's like a white robe. And the other time that you wear that kittel is when you're buried. It's kind of odd. The most festive, beautiful, wonderful night of the year, and I'm wearing the garment that I'm going to be buried in. It seems a little bit morose and depressing. But the truth of the matter is, it's there to motivate me. It's there to signal to me, hey, look, there's going to come a time when I'm going to be wearing this garment for a very, very long time. And I don't know when that's going to be. God willing, it won't be for a while, a long time from now. But it could be, it might be. And you know what? I've got tonight and tomorrow night to transmit this message, the values, the essence of what it means to be part of the Jewish people over to whoever's at my table, so that it will be carried on beyond my life and beyond my existence. So we have a Seder. The Seder has 15 steps. If you open up any Haggadah and you look in the beginning of Haggadah, you see it lists 15 steps, Kadesh, Urchatz. You go through them all. What are these 15 steps? These are 15 steps towards achieving true freedom. And as we mentioned in the previous videos last few days, freedom doesn't mean just being free from Egypt. It means freedom from my own personal Mitzrayim, from whatever's holding me back in my life. So what are the 15 steps? We're not going to be able to have time to go through them all, but it starts with Kadesh. What is Kadesh? Kadesh comes from the word Kedusha, holy. Step 1 in self-liberation. Step 1 in self-actualization is to recognize the innate holiness inside of me. If I don't believe in my inner holiness, if I don't believe that I have a spark of godliness inside of me, then I'm not going to be able to ever achieve my potential and to throw off the chains of captivity and the limitations that I place upon myself. So step 1 of this Seder, this 15 steps towards ultimate freedom and redemption, national redemption, personal redemption, is Kadesh. To recognize the innate holiness within me and to recognize that I am a spark of godliness. God has invested within me that holiness that gives me the ability to do anything as long as I'm plugged into that source. That's step 1. We'll continue more. I'll skip a few steps because we won't be able to get to all of them, and we'll continue. Have a great day, everybody.